Good morning, friends. So today's lectures maybe this is last lectures on the numericals of the design of the springs. So after that, some of the theory parts which are remainings with the springs that we'll see, and otherwise we'll see in the next few lectures design of the leaf springs. So that's why what are the different problems related with the design of the springs that I am today taking. That are three problems. That is based on the two problems based on the fluctuating stresses or fatigue loadings. So what is mean of the fatigue loading, that also I explain. And one another problems that is related with the for fluctuating loads. So this is problems. Design a helical compression spring for a spring loaded safety valve given the following data. Giving the following data, the range of the pressure, the range of pressure 0.64 Newton per mm squares and 0.70 Newton per mm squares. Spring index 5. Spring index 5. So this is design. Design means 5 parameters important. The axial elongations above the spring. The axial elongations of the spring when pressure rises, from 0.64 Newton per mm squares and 0. Newton per mm squares is 3 mm. So for this much load, corresponding deflections is 3 mm. So this is the given data. So in this problems also, design of a springs. So that's why I split these boards in 3 parts. First, a design a helical compression springs for a spring loaded safety valves giving the following data. Thus range above the pressures 0.7 elongations. But we requires some data may be missing. Design a helical compression springs for a speed loaded valves giving the following the range above the pressures. Spring index 5. But we require pressures. Then pressures given. But we requires D is the diameters of the safety valves. Otherwise we can't find out. This is one lines missings and So due to shutting off my camera, so this part may be missing. P max equal to 0. This is the general formula. P max divided by area. So P max equal to this is pressures multiplied by wall sheet area. So that's why P max equal to, and this is P nose. Now for delta 3 mm, this is given for deflections for this range 3 mm. So that's why load equal to this difference is nothing but the loads. So this is for 3 mm. So that's why delta equal to loads 117.76. So that's why now we can start design of spring. So design of springs means we requires first K equal to 4C minus 1 4C minus 4 0.615 divided by C, and this 4 into 5 minus 1 4 into 5 minus 4 0.615 divided by 5. So I think this values 1.31. Otherwise we will calculate this. 4C is 19 0.615 divided by 5 0.123 plus how much this 19 divided by 16 equal to 1.310. This is correct. And that's why tau equal to what is formula? K into 8PC divided by pi d square. This is first bit design of the springs. Design of wire diameters. So first part. K equal to tau equal to 550. This 1.31058, and this is load is to be considered maximum. So that's why maximum load equal to 1374.44 C5 by d squares, or d equal to under root 1374.44 multiplied by 5 3105 d equal to maybe a mistake, because I am getting very less values multiplied by 5 1.104 multiplied by 8 divided by 550 divided by pi 6.45. I am getting this value is 6.45. So that's why D equal to, suppose 7 mm. D equal to. So that's why capital D equal to C into D. This is 5 into 7, 35 mm. 35 mm. Third bit, now number of the turns. Number of turns. So that may be active or inactives. So what is formula? Delta equal to 8 PC cube divided by GD. So in this problems, G is not given. So assume G equal to 84 into 10 to the power 3 megapascals. And these deflections, and this is 3 mm, now 8. P equal to, now this important P is equal to, because these deflections corresponding to these loads. This is 117.6, 117.76 multiplied by 5 cube 84 into 10 to the power 3, or you can consider 83 10 to the power 3 divided by D equal to we calculated this is 7. So that's why I multiplied by this is N. This is important terms N, which is to be find out. So N equal to, what is formula? 3 into 84 into 10 to the power 3 multiplied by 7 divided by, this is against, this is 8 and this is 84. So that's why 8, 117.76, 5 cube and something is missing? No. So all these 3 parameters in the numerators and these 2 parameters, right. So that's why N equal to 3 into 84 10 to the power 3 multiplied by 7 divided by 8 divided by 117.76 divided by 5 raised to cube. This is something, because this is I am got 106, but this is not possible. 3 into 84, because number of the turns may be 10, 5, 6, 20, 25, 84, 3 into 84 into 10 to the power 3 multiplied by 7 divided by 8 divided by 117.76 divided by 5 cube. This is equal to 14.97. So that's why N equal to, this is active turns 15s and total number of turns N plus 2, by assuming 2 is the spring is the grounded end, square end, grounded ends. So that's why NT equal to 15 plus 2, this is equal to 17. So this is third. Now fourth is the free length above the springs NTD plus 1.15 delta max. Now we require delta max. So for delta max, consider these equations. 117.76 equal to 3 mm. So that's why for this much load, how much is the deflections? 1374.44 equal to maximum. So that's why maximum equal to 1374.44 multiplied by 3 divided by 117.76. This is equal to 35.01 mm's maximum deflections. So that's why free length equal to, and this is 17 into d equal to 7, and this 1.15 into 35.01, 1.15 42.266, and 17 into 7 means 170 minus 51. 170 minus 51 means 119 plus 119. So this is equal to 159.26 mm. So this is free length, and last is the pitch of spring, and this is equal to, what is formula? Free length divided by nt minus 1, and this is 159.26 divided by nt equal to 17 minus 1 means 16 divided by 16. So pitch equal to 9.95 mm's. So these are the your required dimensions of the springs. So this is free FL is the free length of the springs. So I think these problems are sufficient to solve problems related with the design of the springs. Now we will see some of the problems that is related with the fatigue loadings. So what is mean about the fatigue loadings? Because this is the fluctuating loads. So if in the fluctuating loads, in the fatigue loads, so due to the continuously fluctuating loads, in the sum of the parts of the springs, or that may be in the components, the portions that having uneven stresses. So that stresses may be in the outer surface may be tensile, and inner surface may be compressive types. So because of the such uneven stresses induced in the components and continuously fluctuating loads, so some of the crack occurs, and that crack increasing, and without any giving indications the failure of the component. So such type of the failures are called as fatigue failures. So because due to the tensile failures or compressive failures, that that components giving some of the indications before fractures of the components, but in the fatigue failures, so without any pre-intimations, failure of the product. So such type of the failures are called as fatigue failures. So in the fatigue failures, the stresses induced, that are yield stresses and that are induced stresses. So that's why we'll see how the design of the springs that is based on the fatigue failures. Only we are taking two problems related with the fatigue failures. So that's why this is helical springs subjected to fatigue loading. Now you can understand what is mean of the fatigue loadings. So this is fatigue loadings means this is not static loading, this is the fluctuating loads, and because of all the fluctuating loads and the uneven stresses induced in the different part of the components, so crack occurs, and that crack increasing means the life of the product, that is less in the fatigue failures. So number of the cycles means life of the product that decrease because of the fatigue loadings. So that's why this is the considerations. So here's
formula for 1 divided by factor of safety equal to tau m's tau v divided by yield stress plus 2 tau v, and this is shear stress induced. Tau y, and this is yield point in shears, and here this formula is here standard empirical formula sigma 45 sigma yt divided by factor of safety, and this is equal to tau y equal to, and tau e equal to, and this is endurance shear strength, and this is equal to 0.22 sigma yt divided by factor of safety equal to tau e, and tau m's. So the value of the mean shear stress, tau m is the mean shear stress, tau m is calculated based on shear stress, calculated by using shear concentration, means Ks equal to 1 plus 1 divided by 2C. By using this formula calculate Ks, and after that you can put this Ks, means for the tau m equal to Ks into 8 Pc, this is correct na, divided by pi d squares, and this tau m equal to, no sorry, this is not tau m's, this is the P mean equal to, so P mean equal to, and this is P max, maximum loads plus minimum load divided by 2. Now tau v, and this is the value of varying, the value of variable shear stress, means this is tau v is calculated by using Wahl's correction factors, by using Wahl's correction factor, means K equal to 4C minus 1 4C minus 4 0.615 divided by C, and K tau v equal to 8 PV into C divided by pi d squares, PV equal to P max P minimum divided by 2. This is formula. So this is design procedures. So in the problems, if the factor of safety is given, design the diameter of the springs, because this is springs, and when the diameter is given, calculate the factor of safety of the springs.
So these are the two types of the problems. So that's why I am taking these two types of the problems. Problems are very easy. So please note down. This is one first problems, that is based on the design of the springs based on the fatigue loadings. A closed coil helical compression spring is subjected to a load continuously between 500 Newton to 1500 Newton. Find the mean coil diameter. Find the mean coil diameter and wire diameter So only mean coil diameters means small d and capital D, that is to be calculated, of spring. So here's no necessary to consider because of factor of safety for the calculations, because factor of safety is here's factor of safety is no diameter of the springs of factor of safety is 1.5. 1.5. Assume yield point shear strength, because this factor of safety, that is we consider in the formulas, so that's why don't consider during the calculations of the tau m equal to. Assume yield point shear strength and endurance shear strength for spring material this is directly given. So this is very good, 700 and 338 megapascals respectively. Use spring index of 6. So we'll go step by step. So try to understand what are the important steps. Try to play with the problems. Otherwise, your knowledge related with any subject that is incomplete. If you can solve more problems, so your depth of knowledge respect to the subject that will increase. So that's why always try to solve the problems related with the numerical subjects. So that's why your concept will be more clear. So that's why here first I will calculate shear concentration factors and Wahl's correction factors, because this is basic steps, because we require Ks equal to 1 plus 2 divided by C, 1 plus 2, and this is 6, 1 divided by 12 equal to. So I think this is 1 point something, 1 divided by 12, 1.0833. This is clear. And K equal to 4C minus 1, 4C
minus 4 0.615 divided by C minus 1 minus 4 C equal to 6. So that's why this is 2525 K equal to. Now tau m's, this is tau m equal to, and this is 700 megapascals, this is given, and tau v equal to 338 megapascals is given, right? So that's why now what is to be calculated? P means equal to, so P mean equal to P max plus P minimums divided by 2. So this is given, right? So P max equal to 1500 plus 500 divided by 2. So this is equal to 1000 newtons. And P variables equal to P max minus P minimum divided by 2. This is 1500 divided by 2 means this is 1000 divided by 2. This is equal to, I think, 500 newtons. This is correct. So that's why now use formula 1 divided by factor of safety equal to tau m's minus tau v divided by tau y plus tau v divided by endurance strength. And this is so this is not tau m's, so this is tau y, and this is endurance strength. Endurance strength. So that's why first we have to calculate tau m equal to. So tau m equal to, what is formula? Ks into 8 P means multiplied by C divided by pi d squares. So this is, you will get in terms of pi d squares, 0833 multiplied by 8, this is 1006 divided by d squares. So this is, you will get in terms of d squares. Try to understand this. Eight multiplied by 1000 multiplied by 6 divided by pi, and this is 16,552. Similarly, tau v equal to k into 8 PV PVA divided by pi d squares, k equal to 1.25258, and this is 500 multiplied by 6 divided by pi d squares. This value definitely less than 2525 is compared to this value, multiplied by 8 multiplied by 500 multiplied by 6 and divided by, this is 9,568.3 divided by d squares. Now rest of the parts easy. 1 divided by factor of safety equal to tau m's divided by tau v divided by tau y plus tau v divided by tau u e. 1 point divided by 1.5 tau m's equal to, so this is 16,552 divided by d squares minus, I am taking only a round of figures. Tau y, this is 700 plus tau into, this is 9568 divided by d squares, and this is 338. This is 1.5. So that's why first I will take these values 700 d squares, and after that these values. And we'll see multiplied by 2. So that's why this is 19,136.79 plus is divided by 338. So this is 56.61 divided by d squares. Now this is 16552 plus, minus 9568 divided by 700, 6984, and divided by 700, this is equal to 9.977 d squares, and d squares plus 56.61, this is equal to 65.68, 1.5. Now cross multiplications, d under root 60.68 multiplied by is approximately, will get 10 mm. Right. So this is 9.99 mm, means d equal to 10 mm, and capital D equal to 10 into 6 mm, 60 mm. So this is your required answers. So you may be happy by solving such type of the problems. So what is asked? Diameter of the springs. So this is mean diameters or outer diameters equal to, otherwise d plus small d, this is equal to 60 plus 10, 70 mm. So this is outer diameters and this is inner diameter. D 60 minus 10, this is equal to 50 mm, because this is not mentioned mean diameters. So that's why again I calculated this outer diameters and inner diameters. So note down next problems. So this is last problems, that is based on the, I think, design above the springs. So I think sufficient problems. So that's why I will try to keep your surprise test on the Saturdays. So simple questions and only 2-3 questions, that is numerical questions, and rest of them is for near about 14 to 16 marks. I will conduct that is simple MCQ questions related with the unit 5th and unit 6th. Surprise test that is based on the unit 5th and unit 6th only. So that's why note down a helical compression spring of a mechanism is subjected to an Initial load means that is the minimum loads. Initial preload of 50 newtons means this is very small loads, so that's why diameter is also less, 50 newtons, and maximum force acting during the load cycle is 300 Newton. The wire diameter is 5 mm. While the spring index is 5. The spring is made of, so that's why this is spring is made of oil hardened and tempered steel wire with of grade sigma ut equal to 1440 Newton per m squares. This is Newton. So this is ultimate stress. Determine the factor of safety. Determine the factor of safety. The factor of safety from fatigue consideration. This is problems. So again we'll go step by step. So because these formulas we require, so purposefully I am not erasing. And here's this is step of the 6. Now C equal to 5. So this is 10. So that's why this is 1.10, and this is 5 divided by 5 means this is 1.3105. This is clear. So what is rest of tau m equal to, sorry, this is not tau m, and this is tau y equal to 0.45. So I think I explained this, that is sigma yt, but this is also ultimate tensile stress. So that's why 0.45 into 1440 equal to 1440 multiplied by 0.45. This is 648 megapascals, and endurance strength 0.22 multiplied by 1440. So 1440 multiplied by 0.22. This is 22. This is by using standard empirical relations. 316.8.
This is clear. So what is remaining? We are making mistake any? This is correct, means this is variables, means yes, we have to find out P max. This is P mean equal to P max minus, P minimum divided by 2. So that's why P max equal to 300 plus 50 divided by 2. This is equal to 175 newtons, and this is 300 minus 50 divided by 2, and this is 250 divided by 2 means this is 125 newtons, or PV equal to, right? So that's why tau m equal to, what is formula? K into 8 P. Now I use small notations. Pm are divided by pi d squares. So I think for these problems wire diameter is given. Wire diameter is equal to 5 mm. So that's why by using this formula K equal to 1.1 into 8, this P mean 175 into 5 divided by d squares, 5 squares. So this 5 will get cancelled, and this value of the tau m equal to 1.1 multiplied by 8, 175 no multiplications divided by pi and divided by 8 into 175 into 1.1 divided by pi divided by 5. So this is 98.03 megapascals. Similarly, tau v is 1.3105 multiplied by 8, 125, and this is 5 and divided by 5 squares again. So this is equal to 1.3105 multiplied by 8, 125 divided by pi divided by 5. This is 83.42. And this tau y and tau u e, this is also we calculated. So rest of the problems now easy. Factor of safety, this is to be calculated. Tau m equal to, so tau m, this is 98.03, tau v 83.42, tau y, this is 648 plus 2 into 83.42 tau e, this is 316.8. So 1 divided by factor of safety equal to what? 83 multiplied by 2 divided by 316.8. This is 0.5266. So what is factor of safety? 1, 1.5, 2, etc. And this is 98.03 minus 83.42 divided by 648. So this is 0.02254 plus 5266. This is 0.5491. 1 divided by factor of safety. So remember this, 1 divided by
factor of safety. So that's why factor of safety by cross multiplications 1 divided by 5491, 1 divided by answers. So this is equal to factor of safety equal to 1.82. So this is your required answers. So I think these problems are sufficient. So that's why today I stop here. But please note that. So in the Saturdays, on the Saturday, I will conduct one surprise test that is based on the 5th units and 6th units. But only I will take. So what I discussed in the class, according to that means that is based on the welded joints and riveted joints and some part of the power screws. So what are the different types of the screws, etc. What are the different types of the threads, etc. And problems related with the theoretical questions related with the springs. I will conduct surprise test that is on the Saturday. So be prepared for that. So that's why you can score maximum marks, and that surprise test for 20 marks. So after that we can convert that is in the 10 marks. So that's why be prepared for surprise test which is held on the Saturday. Thank you.